Today is America Recycles Day, and we want to look at just how good of a job Southern Nevadans are doing at reducing waste in our landfill by recycling, and ask you if you know which items can and can't be thrown in that blue cart for recycling. So we're going straight to the source this morning. Communications Manager for Republic Services, Jeremy Walters, gives us a little Recycling 101. You know, when it comes to recycling, what are some of the biggest mistakes that we're making, Jeremy?
Sherry, you know, the single biggest problem that we see here in Southern Nevada and all across the U.S. is flexible plastics. These things wrap and tangle around the sorting equipment, whether it's a bag, it's the packaging inside your Amazon box, and then add in the layer that sometimes people bag their good recyclables. We're trying to sort one thing at a time, so if you're bagging your recyclables, you're actually hindering the process.
Jeremy says the sorting process flows smoother on their end if we keep bottles, cans, and paper loose in the blue bin, and also empty, clean, and dry.
The reason that we ask you to do that is because, you know, cardboard and paper, it's great for recycling, but only if it's clean and dry. If that milk or pasta sauce or soup or juice spills on paper and cardboard, it's soiled and we now have to throw it away.
And while we buy products made with and packaged in a variety of plastic grades, they can't all be accepted for recycling. So be sure to check the number in the triangle on the bottom.
So here in Southern Nevada, we take plastic number 1, number 2, and number 5. They have to be some sort of bottle, jug, or tub, so a rigid plastic container. 1 and 2 are the most common. You know, you're going to see that soda bottles, juice bottles, water bottles. Number 2 comes in many forms and fashions, whether it's a milk jug or a Tide detergent container. And then number 5 would be like a sour cream tub.
1, 2, and 5 have the highest demand for reprocessing into new products, while there are few markets, if any, in this region for all the others. And Jeremy's final piece of advice is to know before you throw.
We have terms for that. It's called wish cycling or aspirational recycling. You know, you may be standing over your bin and holding something in your hand and you feel that it should be recyclable, but you're not quite sure. Don't just throw something in the bin thinking, hey, you know what, they'll figure it out at the recycling center. That actually can do more harm than good. So when in doubt, find out, or simply when in doubt, throw it out.
Well, I asked Jeremy to grade Southern Nevadans now on how well we're doing at recycling on a scale of 1 to 5, because we've been at this for a while, right?
Yeah, we should know.
And he gave us a 3. And he said there's always room for improvement. So, you know, recycling was going up, we were improving, and then the pandemic and the numbers kind of came down.
Oh,
and so we need to go back up.
So we're passing, but we're not really in that A-B category. We're getting a C.
And I think it's like he said, you know, you just got to know what's acceptable and how to throw it in the big blue cart. Keep it all loose, don't bag your recyclables, and look for the arrows on the plastic bottles and containers and tubs, 1, 2, and 5.
You said they take 1, 2, and 5, but if you have a 4, does that mean you should just throw it out?
Yeah, or find another use for it. A lot of times you can take those containers and reuse them for something.
Okay, yeah.
Put a plant in them, you know, or use them for potting, or, you know, put them in your pantry and put other stuff in them, or put them in your laundry room and use them. But, you know, reuse, recycle. It's just however your mindset is to